Top five reasons that couples break up. No particular order. They're just, one through five. It's not like number one is it. No, it's just basically I'll just say five good reasons why couples break up. Number one.
Number one, scared to take it to the next level, aka commitment.
The big C word.
Big C word. That seems to be that's a huge ordeal. People aren't committing to it. Don't want to put a label on it. Don't want to get married.
Yeah.
Those seem to be a really huge ordeal in people's relationships, especially. I mean, if you are not ready to commit to something, then you're pretty much a free agent.
Yeah.
You don't have a deal. You're not signed.
Exactly. Like, honestly, yeah. And the sad part is, it's mostly us, man. Like, it's mostly the fellas on that one because for the most part, not 100%, but for the most part, the women are waiting for us to step up to the plate. Mm-hmm. So in that instance, that's pretty much getting at us, as far as taking it to that next level. Because men don't want to define, things. How come we can't just stay how it is? Or, what? And the sad part, it doesn't really change things. In my opinion. I don't feel like when I got married, I was like, oh man, I'm not the same me. Because when you get with the right one, you're a better you. Yeah. So, fellas, like, don't let the big C word mess up potentially what could be the best thing that's happened to you.
Yeah, I mean you summed it up exactly right. Yeah, don't blow it.
Yeah, because you might not get it back.
Yeah.
All right, now number two, people start to get lazy in a relationship, and when I say lazy, I mean like everything. Diet, you can be lazy. You don't want to leave the house. You don't want to, you know what I mean? Just like lazy, all around
romantic,
lazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, they're not.
You don't kiss goodbye before you go to work.
Yeah.
You don't kiss goodbye when you come home. Oh no.
Yeah, the only time you're getting flowers is on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's not even a hard topic because everybody can agree at some point. You might have got lazy and been like, oh, I gotta step my game back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, fellas, if you don't do it, there's a million other brothers out here that's waiting. And it's bad enough, some of the thirst ones, they don't care. Like you said a couple topics ago, a couple shows ago, they don't care if they're married or not.
Yeah, and the thing is, women already know that there's, a lot of times there's another girl out there who will. Mm-hmm. So make sure that, you keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep him wanting, if you were a size, 8, whenever he met you, slide a few, but make sure, you keep yourself, at least try to keep yourself, keep that figure, or keep, what he liked about you when you met each other,
Gotta bring it back, folks. Shots fired.
Make sure you do, because that's important.
Yeah.
That's important.
It really is.
Make my wife work out,
Yeah, you don't want the, it's human nature to notice someone attractive, but you don't want the eyes straying all day.
Yeah,
You don't want his eyes or her eyes straying all day. No.
That's not a good look.
Because eventually the eyes are going to lead to the brain, and then their whole body is going to stray away.
Yeah.
So number 3, the timing is off with like the careers and etc. Like you're at one point in your life, she's at another point in her life.
And I've been in this. I mean, we've all been in a lot of these. I've been in this one before where I'm very active in my career. I always have been. I've always have been very aggressive and disciplined as to what I would like to accomplish and the goals that I would like to accomplish in my career. So I've been in situations where you just don't have the time.
No.
And it was on both ends.
And like you just said, if it's a mutual, and it's like it's not doing anyone, that much harm. Mm-hmm. And Number 4.
Lose the excitement. That is a big deal. I mean, that is, if it gets to a point where it's dull and it just seems like it's a job,
Ooh.
that your relationship's dead. It's dead.
Yeah,
It's been dead.
Yeah.
You should just bury it, because I
Yeah.
mean, it's anytime it gets to a point where it's like, okay, you're more of just a acquaintance,
Yeah.
associate.
You're like my
Yeah.
companion.
Yeah.
Like when you start being more like his homie than his honey,
Mm-hmm.
something ain't right. You know what I mean? So yeah, once the excitement's gone, and then you gotta, reinvent things. I understand, and this is for people, who are dating and married. You gotta do things. If you have kids, you gotta drop the kids at mom or dad sometimes. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
Believe me. You gotta do certain things minus the kids.
That is
Like, serious. You gotta change it up. You can't keep going to Applebee's or switch it up. You know what I mean? Get dressed up and go out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes. Take them to someplace special, someplace
Thank you.
where that it requires, for you to dress up and it's intimate,
Yeah.
or nice, or
they're at their best.
Yeah.
They're at your best.
Yeah.
You're looking across from the table and you're like, wow, okay. So when you come in the doors, of the venue or wherever you're at, you feel like, I'm proud that he's on my arm, she's on, whatever, on my arm.
That's extremely
Yeah,
important, man.
like you got to keep it fresh.
fresh, yeah.
And the last one was letting outsiders in your relationship. What I mean by that is it ties into your family, Facebook friends.
Facebook, yes.
Facebook
Social media.
Social media is like
Killer.
Jason, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers of the relationship
Rolled in
killers.
one.
All rolled up in one with a hockey mask
Yeah.
and a butcher knife,
Yeah.
all put together.
Yeah.
It'll obliterate your relationship.
Thank
Period.
you. And that goes for marriages, anything.
Oh, yeah.
If me and my wife have an issue, that is between me and my wife. Not me and however many hundred of my Facebook friends.
Thank you. Yeah,
Play it out. And look at, that to me, it's like, when you start inviting other people into your relationship, you know what it is.
if you're inviting everybody else, then you might as well walk out.
Yeah.
And I see too many times cousins, friends. I see people on Facebook talk about their divorces and everything, and I'm like, wow, like.
That's awful.
And I see people get mad when they get backlash from it. Because all you're doing on there, if you're in a relationship or you're fighting, you're trying to gain allies. The dude's presenting his side so you can see how many people say, hey dog, she's she's wrong.
Yeah.
And she's saying that so she can get allies. And they'll be
Girls-
like, girl,
He's, you know what?
Yeah.
Exactly. I hate when guys say that. Blah, blah,
Yep.
blah. Yeah. It's you're just building up you're building up the sides.
Yeah.
So I got my gang, you got yours. We're like Bloods,
Yeah,
Bloods and Crips.
let's do this.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. This is us versus them.
Yes.
And it should be, what, we're together on this. How can we figure this out? It's like, well, I know it's a controversial statement, but it's like the Cosbys.
yeah.
You are a good, you know what I mean? Not to say that, what's going on with him is either way. I'm just saying, on TV, and that's how you should portray it, because it's nobody's business what goes on behind closed doors.
That's what me and my wife say. When people look at us, they'll be like, we're like the Huxtables.
Mhm.
You don't need to know what goes on when the cameras ain't rolling.
Yeah.
That's not for if we argue, there's not going to be no subliminal messages on Facebook.
No.
There's not going to be no tweets or posts or.
Matter of fact, that's the time you really need to stay away from
You need to
You need
take
to be
a couple
thinking.
days off
Yeah,
of social
exactly.
media.
Just sit there, think for a while, and just get yourself together. So.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be different if you came into the relationship with 8 or 9 people, but you came in just you and her,
Yeah.
and that was it. So don't let anybody else, tear it down.
Yeah. So.
But those were the top 5 reasons that most relationships go down.
Yeah. So we're hoping you guys enjoyed that. We'll be getting into some more. We're gonna have one every day of the week.
Yeah.